Hi guys, today I'm doing my very long awaited makeup tutorial. This is obviously the end result. If you want to learn how to look like this, then stay tuned and watch the whole video. I think it turned out cute. Enjoy. Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new, then welcome. I get asked to do a makeup tutorial so often, and I've never done like a full in-depth one before, so I thought that I would do one for you today. Specifically, I get questions about my eyeliner, my eyebrows, and my lips, so maybe we'll focus a little bit more on those. First though, I'm gonna put on my lash clusters. I meant to do that before the video, but I forgot until right now. I have like multiple lash cluster tutorials on my TikTok, so I'm not gonna do a tutorial on that in this video, but if you want me to make a video, YouTube video, like dedicated to that, I will. Just let me know. But I'll be back when I put my lash clusters on. Finish my lashes. I don't normally do them this heavy. I don't know, I was just kind of feeling it today. These are the ones that I used. Okay Love in the style bunny. I'll put my lash map here. I usually start with my eyebrows, so we're gonna do that. I normally take a face razor. I just kind of make, hold on, I'm not gonna do that in the camera. I need to do this in the mirror. We're zoomed in now, so you can see all my pores. My lid is like shiny right there because of the seal for the eyelashes. Because I have to put seal on the top so it's not sticky, so I usually just wipe that off with like micellar water, which I'm gonna do in a bit. I'm gonna start by just shaving off all of the, also please ignore my fucking nails, like it's, yeah, there you go. I like ripped off my press-ons that I had on. Anyway, so I just kind of clean up the hairs that are like here and then on the top, and then I will get to the closer the hairs that are closer to my eyebrow. Also, I definitely need a new razor because this one is like not as sharp as it was at one point. Okay, hopefully I don't shave off my whole eyebrow. I just do this to shave off all of the hairs above where I want my eyebrow to be, like this. For hairs like this, because I can probably shave that off with a razor, but I don't want to like get too close and then slip and then shave off my whole eyebrow. So for the ones that are like super close that I want to get rid of, I'll just tweeze them off. There you go. So now I'm gonna trim them. So I'm just gonna take like a little spoolie and brush my hairs up. I actually just trimmed them recently, so it's not like just gonna be trimming like a tiny bit. I take my little teeny tiny scissors and just kind of trim the hairs that are a little too long. And sometimes I brush the hairs down as well, because sometimes there's like little hairs that don't stick up when you brush them up. And now I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, all cleaned up. For some reason this side, like the eyebrow on this side, is longer than this side, but I don't really know why. Now that we have everything cleaned up, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I'm using the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in the color Neutral Brown. Just like a teeny eyebrow pencil. I start at the end of my natural eyebrow and I just form the tail first from there, and then that kind of determines how thick I want my eyebrow to be and how long that I want it to be. I think I want it to be slightly more arched. After I finish the tail, I just start filling in where my natural eyebrow is, like where the hairs are, and I do it like very lightly. It's just to kind of match the darkness of the tail to like this part with my hair in it. So just like lightly fill it in. Then I take this little spoolie and I blend it out like this. It just like softly brings it a little bit more in, and it gets rid of any like harsh lines, because I cannot stand a harsh line at this part of the eyebrow. And then I literally, like this part, I just wipe with my fingers because I don't have any face makeup on or anything. I might go in and like kind of reshape. Actually, you know what, let me just do it right now. Doing this looking at the camera is hard. And then I take a Q-tip and some micellar water, and I just use that to clean up. There's not much to clean up, but you know, just make everything look a little sharper. And then I can kind of reshape as well if I need to. Like I kind of thinned out the tail a little bit. The difference. Both eyebrows finished. They're not twins, but it's okay. I'm just gonna kind of clean up the center a little bit so it's less unibrow-ish. Love unibrows though. Also, I don't know if this is like common knowledge with like Q-tips with makeup. I already did it once to this one, but like when it gets dirty like this, like I literally just take off the dirty part. It works better on like a fresh Q-tip that I haven't already done it to, but like look, and then you just kind of do that, and then now you got a whole nother Q-tip, and it's tinier so you can do like more precision stuff. So yeah, I don't know if that's common knowledge. I don't know if everyone does that, but that's just what I've always done. Now the next steps, sometimes I do in different orders. I'm gonna do my eyeliner next. This is the eyeliner that I use. It's by Judy Doll. Can you see that? It's by Judy Doll, and it's called the Slim Liquid Liner in the shade Black, in the color Black. I like this one because it's so tiny. Like it's like a needle. I feel like this is kind of hard to explain. Oh, actually, let me clean my eyelids first. I'm gonna clean off that like shiny part from my eyelash, from my lash clusters. I'm just using my micellar water to wipe it off. I'm gonna show you how I've been doing my eyeliner since I was 15. I'm 24 now. So almost 10 years. I used to use like an e.l.f. eyeliner that got discontinued and I was really sad about it, but this is my new favorite. So I start on the outer corner. I'm gonna kind of go underneath my eye a little bit, like you'll see. So I start like there, and then I bring it out. I do my eyeliner relatively straight and slightly at an angle, like that. And this is also why I do it before putting on any type of concealer or anything, because I mean, everyone makes mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. So I like it to be easy to clean up with like a Q-tip. So we have this line, and it's a million times easier if you don't have lash clusters on, especially ones these thick. But I normally pull this down a little bit. Fuck the mirror. I'm just gonna look in the camera and try to do it. So if it comes out like shit, then sorry, I'm just trying to show you. I normally start like here on my eyelid, here on my eyelid. I never bring my eyeliner into here just because I feel like it just doesn't work on my eyes specifically, because it just, my eyes kind of like, I don't know what the shape is, but it's like flat on the bottom, and then this part is like very round, and it kind of comes to like a point almost in the middle of my eye, so it just doesn't look right if I bring it like all the way. So I always start it there, and then I just drag it out straight to the end. Okay, this is gonna be a little too thin, so I'm gonna kind of bring it up like that. I like how this is a tutorial and I'm like struggling because I'm trying to show you the best that I can. So now you just follow it to the end like that. And then it just depends how thick you want your eyeliner. The first line that you do, that I showed you, the straighter that you bring it out, the thinner it's gonna be, just at least in the method that I do my eyeliner. So if you want it to be thicker, you should do it at a little bit more of an angle, or if you want it to be thinner, then, you know. I'm gonna just like fill in some spots and clean it up. Like here, I'm gonna fill this in a little bit, and then on the bottom, just making this line slightly thicker. I might also bring that line in more, but we'll see. Now I'm gonna clean up this like top part. See if I could just do it like this. Now I'm just thickening it from the bottom a bit. Same thing. Just fill it into the end. Tiny mistake, but it is a mistake. So I'm gonna take a Q-tip, micellar water, and just do the same thing that I did with my eyebrows, pretty much. Make it extra sharp. Now I'm just gonna complete the little tail because it kind of came off. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do my other eye and I'll be back. Finished. Okay, not gonna do bottom lashes until I have everything else on, like concealer and stuff. So for my nose contour, I usually start with this Morphe Shape Lifter micro contour stick, and I use the color Refined. I just put some there and there. Sometimes I'll just do it now, but sometimes I don't put this like little line with the stick, but I'm just gonna do it right now because why not? Kind of laying down the base. I put lines here as well. Yeah, there you go. Take this little brush. I know people are gonna ask about this, so this is the Morphe M210 brush. I just use it to kind of tap / blend out the contour stick. I use like a mixture of my fingers and the brush, just like gently kind of blend that out. Okay, just a little base, and then I take this contour palette by Flower Nose. It's the Butterfly Cloud Color Collection Embossed Highlight and Contour Palette in Tawny Tea. I love this palette so much, and it's so pretty. Okay, so sometimes I use this one, sometimes I use this one. I feel like I usually use this one, but for some reason today it's feeling a little too light, so I'm gonna use this one. And I'm just going over everything basically that I did with the stick, and just going over it, not really worrying too much about like blending right now, just kind of trying to lay down the shape that I want. I'm trying to make my nose look a little bit more lifted. My nose looks like this from the side. I have like a little bump, so sometimes I shade this little area because sometimes it looks weird, like it looks a little weird from the side, so I'll do that later. But sometimes I shade this little area and it kind of creates like an illusion. It's gonna look crazy right now, but you just gotta trust the process. The light is like kind of fucking me up right now. Then I take like a little blending brush. This is, oh, it's like rubbed off now. What the hell? Okay, well this was a Juicy Couture brush, but it's all wiped off now, so I don't know which one it is. Just a blending brush like this, and I just go over everything and blend it like this, like you would with eyeshadow. Once that's kind of blended out, I know it looks a little, I don't know, it looks kind of weird today. Looks like extra gray today. It doesn't usually look this gray. Maybe it's just the camera, I don't know. I'm gonna take my concealer. I almost just scratched this off. That's how I scratch my eye when it's itchy right here. Take my concealer. I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer. This shade is slightly too light for me. This is 115. And then I'm taking this flat brush from ColourPop. It's E4 from ColourPop. I don't know. I just take a little bit of the concealer on my brush like this. I use it to just like lightly clean it up. I only use like a little bit because I don't want it to be, I want it to look natural, you know? I don't want it to look like carved out, but we're gonna blend that out anyway in a second. I keep blocking you guys. Sorry. I'm not used to filming like this during my makeup. Make sure it's like even on both sides. I'm gonna blend it out more, but just for now, I'm gonna blend out that line slightly. More concealer, put some here on the tip of my nose, on the bridge, but only like this top part, because again, I don't want to emphasize this part of my nose. Sometimes I'll put concealer here on my like nostrils to like make it more buttony. Now that I look insane, I'm just gonna like blend this a bit with my beauty blender and just kind of like soften the lines. And then I'm gonna just use my finger for the little parts. That looks bad, but I'm gonna clean it. A little bit more contour on my nose right here, right there. I take some loose powder now. This is also from Flower Nose. This is discontinued, unfortunately. I was so fucking sad when I found that out, but this is from the Swan Ballet series. And it's the Music Box Loose Setting Powder in shade 1. And it's just like a pink setting powder with a little puff. Use that to bake only this like line. I don't bake my under eyes because I feel like that's a little too much for me because I don't wear like heavy concealer or anything. I just do this to make it last and make it sharper on the little tip right here, and I'll just put some like here too. And then I just take the excess powder that's on my puff and I just tap it all over and try not to mess up the bake that you got going on, but just tap it all over so you have like a light layer of powder. And then I'm just gonna let that sit for a bit, and I'm gonna do concealer now on the rest of my face. I do concealer sparingly. Put some here. See how light this is? Okay, actually, you know what? I don't think I want to use this. I think I'm gonna use a different concealer. I don't know what it is. I think maybe I feel like I look really pale right now, but I feel like I got more tan or something. Because this was always too light for me, but it was never this light. I don't know. Or maybe it just looks different on the camera. I have no idea. So I'm gonna use this Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Finish Concealer in C4. I feel like that looks like the same amount of lightness, but whatever. Put it there. I'll put it here. Actually, no, it's not. I don't think it's as light. Put some here, and then I put some on my upper lip like that. Some on my chin, and then a little bit on my forehead like that. Yeah, this concealer matches me way better than the other one. I don't know. And I take my beauty blender and blend it all out, trying to avoid the bake that we got going on. I think the issue with this concealer is that it's slightly too pink for me, but I feel like that never shows up on camera because I've used this concealer on camera before. It looks good on camera, so I don't know. Maybe my eyes just need to be fixed because in person it looks too pink, but I guess I'm wrong. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off the bake now, and then probably gonna add a little bit more concealer here. Just gonna take a fluffy brush. This is ColourPop F30, and just tap it off like this. I feel like I'm so low energy today. I'm sorry if you're watching this and you're like, bitch, why do you sound like that? Like, I feel like I sound so like monotone and bored. I'm not bored, I promise. Okay, now that we wiped off the powder, I usually go over it again very, very lightly with more contour powder, just in areas that maybe feel like it got a little bit too wiped off. So like I'll usually do it here and here. My concealer again, I'm gonna just add it in these places that I didn't add it before. Perfect. Now put another teeny dot or line on the tip of my nose right there. Blend it out with my finger again, and actually let me shade the center of my nose like I said I was gonna do. So I just take the same contour and I just literally put it here in the center. I don't want it to be super visible. I just want there to be somewhat of a shadow, slightly more sunken in, if that makes sense. Perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna take this, it's like a matte light shade, and put it in the areas that I put the highlight or the concealer. Very lightly blend it. There you go. All right. The concealer that I use is like a dry, it's like a matte concealer, so I don't need to put powder on it. I'm gonna use this aegyo sauce stick from grwm. It's in the shade 1. I'm gonna use the little contour stick. I'm gonna use it to basically draw on a little aegyo like that. Like just this part, like without makeup, just this part of the eye. Is it called an aegyo, or is that just what it is with makeup on it? But yeah, I'm just enhancing it because I think it looks cute. Other side, do the same thing. On this side, it's definitely more prominent. Like naturally, it's more prominent than I have it on this side. So they tend to end up looking a little different, but I try to make them look as similar as possible. Then I go over it with my contour shades that I have, because this on its own looks good, but it doesn't last as long as when I put contour over it, like powder over it. So I'm gonna take the lighter contour shade, just go over exactly what I did with the little pencil thing. This lighter shade again, and just put it underneath, in like the center underneath. So just there. Kind of just emphasizes it a bit, a wee bit. I take the other side of the pen, which is like a sparkly thing. It's like slightly sparkly. I focus it on like this like inner part, like that. Do you see? I feel like I'm too far from the camera, but yeah, I just put it here on this like inner part of my eye. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm right-handed, but I don't know. Like everything that I do on this side always is like 2% worse than what I do on this side. And it's so annoying. Sometimes I add a little bit of like brown or black eyeshadow on the outside corner of my eye. I did it with like eyeliner and I feel like it looks good like that. So I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna blend this out. It looks crazy right now. Oh, that actually fixed it a little bit. Now I'm gonna do my bottom lashes. All of my mascaras right now are old because I've been doing lash clusters. So this one's old and dry, but I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. I usually use 2 different mascaras because this one doesn't really give volume, it just gives length. So I use this one first, and I kind of try to focus on my outer lashes more than my inner lashes. I just like how it looks. I personally, I feel like my eyes are a little too close together. So I kind of do everything to make them look more droopy and more, you know, but I don't know if that's true or not, or if it's just me being like overly picky about my face. I actually just remembered I have this mascara from Judy Doll. Yeah, from Judy Doll. That isn't dry, so I probably could use that instead of the telescopic, but I'm just gonna put it over this. But this is their curling iron mascara. It's the wand that's like, that looks like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it on over. I have like mixed feelings about this mascara. I just don't like the wand very much. Like, I like the wand, but I don't like the wand, if that makes sense. Like, but I know the wand is like the whole point of the mascara, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings. Before I move on to the other eye, I'm going to clump them together because I love clumpy lashes. I'm just gonna take tweezers and just kind of squeeze some of them together. Like right now, I'm not trying to have like super clumped together lashes. I just don't want to have any like stragglers, you know, like single lashes just sticking out. Bottom lashes done. Why is it like getting dark already? It's like 2. It's 3 o'clock. I'm gonna take this Florte. I'm not sure how you say that, but it's called Florte, the brand. And it's their matte highlight powder in the shade number 3. I'm just gonna add it to my inner corner to, again, kind of like just like give the illusion, I guess, that my eyes are a little bit further apart. Yeah, just add like a bunch of it there, and then I'm gonna blend it out. This is not a blending brush, but I don't have a clean blending brush. But yeah, just kind of blend it out, I guess. Just soften the edges of it, and there you go. Let's do contour. Sometimes I don't do contour, but I will do it this time. This is the same Morphe stick, and I put my contour like slightly above the hollow of my cheekbone. Just bring it in a little bit, I guess. Oh, I did it uneven as fuck. Then I take this flat brush. I don't know where it's from. I've literally had this for 10 years and everything's wiped off of it. Don't know where it's from, but that's what it looks like. And then just buff it in like that. For my jawline, I use a different contour stick. Sace Lady, don't know how to say that, in the shade number 6, Shady, and it's this really dark gray contour. It looks too gray when it's on my cheeks, like when I put it here, but I think it looks good here because it actually looks like a shadow, you know? I just do it really light because it is really dark. Perfect. And then I just blend it out with the same brush. And because it is so dark and gray, I kind of have to blend it out a bit extra because, you know, when you go like that, you can see it. So you want it to just look like a shadow and not like a line. My face is like so uneven and it fucking annoys me so bad. I'm gonna go over right here with a bit of concealer just to help sharpen that up and clean this part up because I went too far right there. Perfect. Now bronzer. Taking this other old brush by Luxie. Look how dirty this brush is. It's by Luxie and it's number 522. It says tapered highlighter brush, but I use it as a bronzer brush. Oh, and I'm using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Sunkissed Bronzer and just slapping it on pretty much. Just, I put it under my eyes because I just like how it looks. Tip of my nose a little bit. I'll put some here actually. Don't normally put any on my forehead, but a little bit on the chin, just warming up my face a bit. And then for blush, I feel like I wasn't doing blush for like the longest time because I didn't really like how it looked, but then I started using this one and I really like how this one looks. So this is the MAC Strobe Beam Liquid Blush in the color Unsweetened, and it's like a glowy liquid blush. It's really red. I put like the tiniest little dots on and I blend it out with my finger, because if you put too much on, it's game over. And I like to put my blush underneath the outer part of my eye. I just think it lifts your face a bit. Okay, and then I put a little bit on the tip of my nose. Okay, cute. Sometimes I'll put on highlighter, but I just am not feeling it right now, honestly. Let's do lips now. I've been doing recently like these Judy Doll, I use a lot of Judy Doll if you can tell, Judy Doll Cushion Matte Lip Lock Cream. And it's these little like cushion lip creams. It's like a blurred out lip look. I've been doing that recently, but I feel like my signature is like a lip liner type of look. So I'm gonna do that. My favorite lip liner at the moment is this one by Ravy Beauty in the color Almond. It's just like a brown lip liner, but I just love the type of brown it is. I overline my lips a little bit. So I start here. Oh yeah, also I like get rid of my Cupid's bow. I know that's like, and I feel like everyone is hating that right now, but I don't really give a fuck because that's what I've always done. Because I've always loved how Miley Cyrus's lips look. Like she doesn't really have a Cupid's bow, it's just kind of round right here. So I've been doing this for a long time, and that's just how I will always do it, honestly. And then I just follow the shape of my lips like that. I had some concealer that was not blended out right there. I wonder if you could see that. And her bottom, again, overline it slightly, and then just follow my lip line there for the rest. So like the centers are where I overline the most, here and here, and then the rest I still overline, but like less, if that makes sense. Like drag it up here. The only thing I don't like about this lip liner is that it doesn't blend out. A brand that I do really like for that is ColourPop. All of their lip liners are so good. Those are my favorite lip liners of all time. I've just been using this one a lot recently because I like the color. With a ColourPop lip liner, I would just take my finger and blend it out like this. But if I try to do that with this one, it's not really gonna work out. So I have to use an actual lip color in the center. I might just use this for the center, the cushion thing that I showed you. I don't know if it's the right color though. Oh yeah, I feel like that works. Okay, so yeah, it's just like a click thing. Fill the center with this, and hopefully it blends out. I've never used lip liner with these, so I don't really know how it's gonna work out. Did that work? I feel like that worked. What I really like about these also is that they're glittery. So if you look closely, there's a little bit of glitter in them. And when they're by themselves, it looks really pretty. I'm gonna go over it again with the lip liner to just like blend it a bit more. I feel like my bottom lip specifically is not as blended as it could be. How do we feel? How do we feel about this? I also would normally put a, actually yeah, I am gonna put a gloss. I wasn't gonna put a gloss over this, but I don't think I want to put this gloss. Let me find a gloss. Okay, I'm using this lip gloss. I have like a whole box over there of just like a bunch of, you know, those like dollar store lip glosses, or like when you go to the beauty supply store, the lip glosses that are just like next to the register. I have a bunch of those. This one is called Iridescent Bliss. I don't know, that's what it looks like. It's just a sparkly lip gloss. The only reason I didn't want to use this one is because I don't want to get the lip liner on the applicator, because I hate when that happens. Sometimes I like a matte lip, but like just feel like, okay, but this is what I mean. This didn't have brown on it before. That's for my lip liner, and that's so annoying to me. Anyway, I low-key like how matte lips look more than glossy lips sometimes, but I just feel like it makes my lips look so dry. How do we feel? How do we feel? I'm actually gonna add a little bit more blush. I feel like this tutorial, this is supposed to be a tutorial, and I feel like it's all over the place right now. Yeah, this is better. I thought I wanted like more subtle blush, but I feel like this is still kind of subtle, but I like it more like this. Hell yeah, that's so cute. Okay, we're done. Okay, I wish my hair looked better, but whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I'm sorry that it was kind of all over the place. I feel like my brain stopped working like halfway through, so sorry if it was like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm dehydrated. But yeah, I hope that it was like at least easy to follow and you understood it. And anyway, sorry it's like dark now too. The sun was out and shit. It's like gloomy now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that the rest of your day goes amazingly, and I'll see you in the next video. Let me know if there are any things with makeup that you want me to like go in depth on, because I didn't dive super deep into certain things. Bye.